All right, let's talk about junk removal. People think it's just showing up, chucking stuff in a truck, and just calling it a day. But let me tell you, there are a ton of myths out there that people still believe, and I'm here to debunk them one by one. You won't want to miss number 5. And if you've ever held off on getting rid of junk because of those reasons, I'm going to set the record straight. Let's get to it. Myth number 1, junk removal is only for people who have hoarder-style houses. This is probably one of the biggest junk removal myths. People assume that if you're calling a junk removal company, your house probably looks like an episode of Hoarders with stacked up newspapers and pizza boxes. But let me tell you the truth. Most of the people that we deal with are normal people like you and I. They might have a garage full of stuff. They might have a basement with an old refrigerator in it. An office might be trying to get rid of some old furniture or office supplies. Or maybe there's even a landlord who has an apartment he's trying to show. So if you've been hesitating to call a junk removal company because you don't think your mess is bad enough, trust me, you're not the worst that we've seen. And even if it was the worst that we've seen, there's no judgment in junk removal. We always love a good before and after photo. Myth number 2, junk removal is too expensive. All right, let's break this down. People hear junk removal and think it's going to cost them an arm and a leg. But the reality really is, it's a lot cheaper than you think. All right, first things first, you're going to need a truck. Unless you already own one, you're going to have to rent a U-Haul truck or a U-Haul trailer. Now, U-Haul trucks, a little more expensive because you have to pay for mileage. With the trailer, you don't have to pay for any mileage, so it's an upfront cost, but, still a cost there. So just in rental fees, our average rental fee for a U-Haul truck, if we're going round trip, might be anywhere from $40 to $80 just for mileage and the rental fee and everything like that. And then also on top of that, you're going to have to pay for dump fees when you want to go dump your items. And that could be anywhere from $30 to $100 per ton. Sometimes they charge by the truckload or by the pickup truckload. So regardless of what happens, you're going to have to pay anywhere from $30 to $100 just to dump the stuff. And you got to dump it yourself by hand. And then there's a second thing there. You have to think about your time. How much time do you want to spend unloading that house into the truck? Then you've got to take all that stuff to the dump, wait in line, go through the whole process, pay to dump, get up to the top of the hill, pull everything out by hand. Hopefully you don't break your back in the process. Then you've got to drive the U-Haul all the way back, take it back, pay for your U-Haul. And then on top of that, now you've just wasted your whole Saturday when you could have just been hanging out at the house watching football. In the meantime, though, you could have just called us. We could have been in and out in 30 minutes. Now you don't have to deal with any of those items ever again. They're out of your driveway, out of your house, and we're off down the road to the dump ourselves. So we take care of it for you. That's the luxury of having a junk removal service come out to the house and do that kind of work for you. And we take pride in that. Myth number 3. People think that junk haulers just dump everything in the landfill and we don't look through anything and nothing goes back to the donation centers. That cannot be farther from the truth. A good junk removal company, like us, actually sorts through the items, right? So if we've got good furniture, we take it back to the donation centers. If we've got metal, we take it back to the scrapyard. We don't often deal with plastics, but if there's a lot of it and there's a ton of recyclable plastic, we can definitely take it back to the recycling center. We also take back cardboard when we can. It really just depends on the day and how efficient that is for us to do. If we've got a ton of jobs and we're very, very busy, it is very difficult to sort through everything and make sure everything goes back to the right place. But we do try our best, and we want to be as eco-friendly as possible because this is a tough business to be into when you're just filling up landfills with good stuff. We don't want to do that. We want to make sure we can give back to the community or at least recycle the stuff that we can. Another thing too about that, hazardous waste, right? So they usually have these free days in our area where you can take back a ton of hazardous waste, like as much as you want, get rid of it for free. So it's awesome. And we do that. We store all the hazardous materials, and then when we're ready to take them all back, we load them all up in the truck and we take everything all back at once. And it seems to be the most eco-friendly way to do that because a lot of people just put them in bags and throw them right in the landfill. We don't want to do that kind of stuff. Myth number 4. You can just leave junk on the side of the road for a free pickup, right? It's just that easy. So here's the thing. Yes, you might be able to do that in your city. They might offer, single item or one mattress or one couch pickups. But I get a lot of calls every week for people who put out their entire house on the side of the road and say, I don't know what happened. Waste management wouldn't come pick it up. I don't know why. Well, they only have one truck and they have a lot of people they have to pick up furniture from. So they can't take your whole house for free. It just doesn't work that way. It's not good business. So that's where we come in. We can definitely do that for you. We come in, you have everything by the side of the road there. We take it out. We actually give you a discount for that too, because now we don't have to haul everything out of the house, up the stairs, down the driveway, down the road, whatever. It's right there, easy to throw in the truck, and we can get out of there as soon as possible. Another quick note on that as well. Your city might offer a mattress pickup, but they don't want your 300-pound heavy wet mattress that's been sitting outside for 2 weeks. So usually they will offer a pickup service if it's wrapped in plastic and ready to go. I will tell you too, they don't like bed bugs, so be careful with that as well. Myth number 5. I could just sell all my junk instead. That old rotting recliner in the driveway and the The old couch in the garage, I mean, people will probably pay me 25 bucks for those things. In all reality though, no, they will not. It's hard for me to even take some of that stuff back to the donation center, because if there's one little scratch or one little rip or a cigarette burn in it or anything, they won't touch that kind of stuff. So if they won't even take it at a very discounted, price or even free, what makes you think somebody on Facebook Marketplace is going to buy your old saggy couch? So not only do you have to take pictures of the items, you have to write a description and talk about how it's better than it actually is. Then you have to deal with all the "are you interested" questions. Not only do you have to take pictures of the items, you also have to list them, make them sound better than they actually are. Maybe take pictures on the left side instead of the right where the big stain is. Then you have to deal with all this "is it available" questions at 3 a.m. Then you have to deal with them probably not showing up to buy the item, which is a bummer, but it happens on Facebook Marketplace. And all of that just to be haggled down to $5 on a $300 item. It's just not worth it. I mean, I try to sell things on Facebook Marketplace all the time, and maybe 1 out of 10 items I'll actually sell, but the rest of them, nothing. I don't get an answer back. Somebody says, "Is this still available?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's definitely available." And then they just never hit me back. It's a bummer. Meanwhile, you can just call us. In less than an hour, it could be gone forever. No haggling, no ghosting, no stress, just gone. So, there you have it. 5 junk removal myths busted. If any of these myths have been holding you back from hiring a junk removal company, now you know the truth. We make it easy, fast, and affordable for any customer to call us, get their items picked up, and go on about their day. Do you have a myth I didn't cover? Maybe drop it down in the comments below and I can make another video with more myths about junk removal. In the meantime though, if you need any junk removal services, you know who to call. Junk Wizards down here in Metro Detroit. That's it for this video. If you guys want to subscribe for more videos like this, we also do day in the life and vlog style junk removal videos. Feel free to subscribe. Thanks guys. Have a wonderful day.